In the godly realm of Arda, where the Valar shaped the world and the Maiar served their divine masters, there emerged a being of great power and ambition. His name was Sauron, and his story began in the service of the Vala Aule, the smith. As a Maiar, Sauron perfected the art of crafting and shaping the world. He was among the most skilled of Aule's servants, and his talents were renowned throughout the Undying Lands. But as the ages passed, Sauron's allegiance began to fade. Developing secret desires for dominion and control, longing to wield power unmatched by any other. Driven by his ambition, Sauron turned his back on the teachings of Aule and became drawn to the dark influence of Morgoth, the first Dark Lord. Seduced by promises of power and dominion, Sauron embraced the path of darkness and embarked on a journey that would forever alter the course of Middle-earth. Drawn by promises of unrivaled power and authority, Sauron willingly surrendered himself to the service of Morgoth, the first Dark Lord. In the depths of Angband, their unholy alliance was forged. Under Morgoth's mentorship, Sauron's talents flourished. He became Morgoth's most trusted lieutenant, commanding legions of orcs and servants of darkness with ruthless efficiency. In the wars and conflicts of the First Age, Sauron played a pivotal role, leading Morgoth's forces in battles against the free peoples of Middle-earth. And so, as Sauron's allegiance to Morgoth deepened, his path towards darkness was set. But little did he know that his quest for power would lead him down a path of betrayal and ultimately to his own undoing. In the heart of Mount Doom, amidst the fires of creation, Sauron forged his most significant creation, the One Ring. It was a masterstroke of cunning and malice, imbued with his own essence and bound to his will. With the One Ring in his grasp, Sauron set out to deceive and ensnare the minds of the free peoples of Middle-earth. He manipulated the other rings of power, promising knowledge and power to their wielders, while secretly seeking to subjugate them to his will. From his dark fortress of Barad-dûr, Sauron unleashed his legions upon the free peoples of Middle-earth. Orcs, trolls, and other foul creatures marched forth, leaving a trail of destruction in their way. But Sauron's greatest weapon was not his armies, but his cunning and deceit. He whispered lies and promises of power to the hearts of men, elves, and dwarves alike. In the great battles that followed, the free peoples fought bravely against the forces of darkness. From the fields of Pelennor to the gates of Minas Tirith, they stood united against the shadow that threatened to engulf them. But as the war raged on, Sauron's power only grew stronger, and his influence spread like a dark tide across the land. And with each passing day, the free peoples realized that their struggle was far from over. In the final days of the Second Age, the free peoples of Middle-earth united in a desperate bid to overthrow the Dark Lord Sauron. Led by the elves and men, they marched upon his fortress of Barad-dûr, determined to end his reign of terror once and for all. In the titanic struggle that followed, the forces of Sauron clashed with the combined might of elves and men. Blood was spilled, and lives were lost as the fate of Middle-earth was at stake. Amidst the chaos of battle, Isildur, son of Elendil, faced Sauron in single combat. With the shards of Narsil in hand, he struck a mighty blow, cutting the ring from Sauron's finger and vanquishing his physical form. In the aftermath of the battle, Isildur faced a momentous choice. Though urged to destroy the ring, he gave in to its corrupting influence and chose to keep it for himself. Though this would not last, eventually the ring betrayed him and would go on to disappear for many years. With the loss of the One Ring and the defeat of his physical form, many believed that the Dark Lord Sauron had been vanquished forever. Slowly but surely, Sauron began to rebuild his strength, gathering his forces for a second assault upon Middle-earth. From the shadows of Mordor, he plotted his revenge, seeking to reclaim the dominion that had once been his. In the War of the Ring, Sauron unleashed his full fury upon the free peoples of Middle-earth. His armies marched forth from the black gates of Mordor, and his dark servants sought to recover the One Ring, which had been lost for centuries. And so, the Dark Lord Sauron rose again, more powerful and terrible than ever before. With each passing day, his influence spread like a shadow across the land, and the fate of Middle-earth was in peril. As Sauron's power seemed unmatched, the free peoples of Middle-earth united in a final stand against the forces of darkness. Led by Aragorn, the heir of Isildur, they marched upon the Black Gate of Mordor, determined to overthrow the Dark Lord once and for all. In the titanic struggle that followed, the fate of Middle-earth hung in the balance. Heroes rose and fell, and blood was spilled upon the blackened plains of Gorgoroth, as the forces of light clashed with the legions of darkness. Meanwhile, deep within the heart of Mordor, Frodo and Sam had reached their final destination, the fires of Mount Doom. In a moment of madness and desperation, Gollum seized the ring from Frodo's grasp and fell into the fiery chasm of Mount Doom, taking the ring with him and sealing Sauron's fate. With the destruction of the One Ring, Sauron's power was broken, and his dark tower of Barad-dûr crumbled to dust. The Age of Darkness had ended, and Middle-earth was finally free from the tyranny of the Dark Lord.